Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Live reaction. We are about 30 minutes away from tip between the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Atlanta Hawks as they will meet for the third and final time of the regular season. We finally have the All-Star Reserve announcements. So without further ado, to those that may have missed it, Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and Evan Mobley will all partake in the 2025 NBA All-Star Game in San Francisco. Mobley and Garland were there together a couple of years ago. For Evan, he was in the trio events on Saturday night. He partook in Friday night. Darius was a first-time All-Star when the game was in Cleveland, representing. Of course, now he's got his backcourt mate, Donovan Mitchell, who will be starting in the game. Big news as well for the Atlanta Hawks. Trae Young is not going to be part of the game. He's had another exceptional season. If you look at the Hawks, of course, coming to this game, having lost 6 straight. Trae Young averaging 23 points and 11 assists a game. Tyler Hero getting his spot. He's averaged 24, 5, and 5, 47% shooting in a career year by a wide margin. He's been playing some exceptional basketball, and so tough to not see Trae. We get Jaylen Brown, who likely represents one of the forwards. Pascal Siakam was certainly a surprise name. Indiana Pacer fans had him on their list. And we've learned it's not just a stat-based award. The Pacers have been hot of late. Pascal only averaging 20 points and 7 rebounds. He is making 53% of his shots, about 4 assists a night. Certainly a bit of a surprise to see Pascal Siakam in the game. If you look at the East standings, the Pacers are the number 5 seed. They've won 8 of 10. They're now 6 games over 500 after a very slow start to the season. Of course, the Knicks have 2 starters. They were never going to get a reserve. There aren't too many crazy snubs here today, like we may have had in these past years. So the big thing to me, and we got a starting backcourt in the All-Star game. The only team in the East with that, 2 starting guards in the All-Star game, Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. The Bucks getting 2 All-Stars with Dame and Giannis. And, of course, the Celtics with Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So obviously there are snubs. Again, not surprised by this at all and glad this one didn't happen. LaMelo Ball not selected to the All-Star game. He has missed a lot of time with some ankle issues. He's only played in 31 games this season. So he misses out. He's averaging 28, 5, and 7. Certainly better numbers than Hero and some of these other guards. But winning matters when it comes to these All-Star selections in the modern age of basketball. You're going to have to win some games if you want to get some all-star, opportunities, some all-star recognition. It's hard to get in the game. CJ McCollum had some good years in Portland, and he never even made it. Some of these guys, Mike Conley made it once. You look at those guys, they'd probably never make it in the era of today where, they do change the qualifications and what you have to do. But nonetheless, they got 3 all-stars. Obviously, we were hoping for 4. 3 is fine. Donovan Mitchell has continued to play exemplary basketball on the best team in the Eastern Conference. He's gotten to his spots. He's averaging 30 over his last 5, verifying that he's able to get things done. So shout out to Donovan Mitchell getting in as a starter. And on the reserve side, Darius Garland has really had a nice bounce-back season. He's been healthy, 22 points, which ties the number he had during his last All-Star season, actually exactly 21.7. 6.8 assists, slightly down, but so are his minutes from that year. His field goal percentage, a career high 49.9. He's hitting 43% of his threes. Each of the last 4 games he's played, he's had at least 20 points, at least 5 assists. He shot 40% or better in all of them. Hit at least 3 threes in 6 straight games coming down the pipeline of the regular season. And Evan Mobley. What can we say about Evan Mobley? Career high in points. Career high in threes, career low in minutes while doing this, by the way. None of the other numbers are career highs. They don't have to be. He's shooting a career high at the foul line. He's shooting nearly 40% from deep, 57% from the field, 18 and 9, 3 assists, defensive anchor on the best team in the conference. So the Cavs absolutely should have 3. Now, it's tough. The East only has, 1 true center in the game this year with the new format, right? Because you go back to the list of reserves and who gets in, and we're missing some names, and it's rare. shout out this year. No Shams spoilers. We got the names naturally. You know, as you look at the reserves and who gets the opportunity. So, you know, we go back. Yeah, there's one center. Mobley plays more of a 4. Siakam is a 4. And Jaylen Brown is a 3. So, you know, it's tricky. One center got in out of 15 teams, and it was Cat, and he started. That's it. It's tricky. It's not a position. It's not a center game anymore. Right? You know, I used to have 2 of every position in the backcourt, and then maybe 2 more. You still only have the 12 spots, and you know, if it's going to be a different format, the Cavs trio may not be playing together in this year's format because All-Star Game has teams now, so it's a little bit different. But hey, we got 3. Certainly better than 2. A lot of people were saying 2. It was a long wait today, but we finally got the news. Haven't really been paying attention to the West. To Anthony Edwards got in. You know, will be fun. Good for Tyler Hero, honestly, for managing his way into the All-Star Game. Pretty much had the same exact season every season for the previous couple. And he'd been injured too. He played 42 games last year. So he missed half the season. He missed 15 the year before. He missed another 15 the year before. He's been healthy. Career highs in pretty much every category, including minutes, usage, field goal percentage. It's helped that Jimmy Butler's taken a back seat and is barely present. This is the guy they drafted in 2019. It's the guy who made an impact immediately. He is a former 6th man of the year. He can certainly fill it up now. He's doing it as a number 1 option on the offense. So good for him. Good for Cade Cunningham. The Pistons have been much better of late. You know, it's been a little bit since they've had an all-star. You go to their history. You know, JB is their coach now. He's their first all-star since Blake Griffin. You know, in the last 17 years, the Pistons' only all-stars were Allen Iverson, Andre Drummond, Blake Griffin, and now Cade. Obviously, you had a number for Chauncey, Rip, and Ben Wallace. Rasheed Wallace, Stackhouse, and Grant Hill had some good representation with the Pistons. One of the earlier franchises, they have all-stars going back to 1950. But good job, NBA. The best team in the East needs to have representation. And we've got 3 all-stars to guide the way. That's what we got. That is the reaction. We got 3 all-stars from Cleveland. We will see you real soon after the Hawks game coming back online.